from the mind. Real quick, everybody, I want y'all to do me a favor and take a deep breath with me. Let it all out. I want you to imagine that your consciousness is moving from your mind down to your heart. Feel that pulse. Go in, go out. Vibrating throughout your whole entire body. Take a sip of some tea. Today is a good one, everybody. Today we will be talking about why every 40 seconds in America somebody is either having a heart attack or having a stroke. Why is this? Right? Why is somebody always dying every 40 seconds after a heart attack or stroke, right? All this means is that there's too much stress on the heart, right? We're too analytical thinking from what we want, what's going to happen from our past. We also get the signals from different energies, our neighbors, our family. We have a radiation device that every single person has in their back pocket, right? But today, I wanted to talk about the power of stillness. And this has been talked about in many traditions. We have seen light enlightened beings, go off to lonely places to meditate, to pray, to, get a little bit more in tune with the obedience of isolation to get those downloads from their God, right? So silence is going to reveal that truth, right? During my morning studies this morning, I was jotting down some things and I was connecting different texts through ancient texts, ancient scriptures, and it all says the same thing, right? We were all the same. We were all just different reflections of the same. So I'm going to reference part of the Bible. I'm going to reference some of the Quran, right? I am not a Christian. I am not a Muslim. I am just somebody that is on his own personal journey of self-enlightenment. So if you guys are rocking with that, subscribe to the journey. But Jesus withdrew to quiet places, y'all, right? Luke, when we hear Luke's perspective in the Bible, he talks about how Jesus would go off into these lonely places, right? So that he can get in tune by himself. And just keep in mind, Jesus was a person that was serving at a high level. Nobody was serving like Jesus. So this shows whenever you're putting yourself out there, right? You're going to work, right? You're providing for your spouse, you're providing for your family, you're trying to create your business, whatever it might be. You need that much more time of stillness, of silence, of being around nobody, being around nothing, right? Another thing, I didn't write this down, but I heard it on a podcast this morning on Know Thyself podcast, a really good podcast. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you guys check it out. But, this lady was talking about the women of the ages of 45 to 55 that begin menopause. Also, these women are most likely to commit suicide, right? Why is that, right? And this was one of the California survivors of the fire here earlier this year or last year. But she was breaking it down and I was just like, wow, this is so interesting because so much happens to a woman it, gr- becoming an elder, right? And there's not a lot of rites of passages for women, right? In Japan, they have this thing called, I might pronounce this wrong, but Okinawa, where they have all the elder women, they come on out, right? And they make it a point that everybody comes out. And if they have any questions, they ask the elder woman, right? And if you think about it, it's better to have a healthy grandma because that grandma is able to talk to the grandkids with proper English, right? They're passing down the language, passing down wisdom and gems. Like that is so important. So wherever you are in your journey, if you're someone that is starting menopause, if you're somebody that is just kind of just overwhelmed with life, right? I encourage you to find a thinking space to where you can be there for an hour, 2 hours, right? Because you give so much of your time and your energy and your essence to everything else besides the plan and the purpose that you were meant to be here to do, right? If you were doing what you were supposed to be doing, it would be effortless. It wouldn't be no pushback, right? To continue, right? I want to question y'all too. I want to question some of y'all viewers. Where do you get your solitude, right? Where do you go to get your solitude? Where do you go to to find that thinking space, right? Where is that for you, right? I thought this was beautiful this morning. This quote I got from the Quran. It says, "Praise those who remember God and reflect on the creation of the heavens and the earth, turning quiet contemplation itself into an act of worship." Wow. Even just this moment, like what I get from that is just be grateful for about everything. And when you say everything, godly creations, right? This could be looking at another human being in the eyes, right? This can be just how you were put together from your head to your shoulders to your pants to your shirt, right? This can be the car that you're in. This can be everything, right? Every single thing, right? When you start doing this, it literally boosts up your vibration because you're grateful about everything around you, right? Creation itself. Thought that was beautiful this morning, right? And I do have another one. Um, because this is not just in the Bible and the Quran, right? This is across ancient scriptures, ancient traditions, right? Like this is some powerful stuff. If you can understand how powerful it is not to be in the rat race and not to feel like, oh, I got to be better than this. Oh, I have to do this. I have to do this. Don't do all that, right? It's 2025. This has been the best time to be alive than any other place in this world. You can literally use the phone that you're probably watching this on, put something on YouTube, connect that to something that you're passionate about, and build a source of income while also living in the purpose that you have for yourself. So, I thought that was a cool idea. But also in the Zen tradition, they see silence as a teacher. I'm gonna read this. In the Zen and related traditions, silence is not just the absence of talking, but a way of seeing reality directly, right? Beyond words and concepts. Teachers describe silence as a teacher, stillness as conditions where the mind becomes clear, and true understanding can emerge naturally without being forced. Mm, right? And this is good for me too, because I'm not only creating these videos because I know this can really impact somebody's life that's always rushing and rushing and rushing and rushing, right? But wisdom doesn't rush, right? Wisdom is like this cup of tea. It's still, it's warm. It's going to go all the way down. It's going to hit every single important part of your body that it needs to hit, right? And you just have to know that you're ingesting what's good for you in that moment of just being still. So, yeah, y'all. Just want to get on here, drop some value for the day, and stay consistent to the promises that I made to myself. Uh, the more that I find more reasons to continue, right, the easier it is to show up, because at first it was hard doing the lives and just waiting for it, but now it's getting kind of easier with the momentum that I'm building. So I'm very proud of myself, and I'm very proud of the people that I will meet along the way, because this will give you some type of idea, some type of way to spend with me, right? This is the most beautiful time that you can be in right now. It depends on how you use it, right? Too many people are afraid of AI, but all AI is doing is leading you back to the best version of yourself. So make sure you guys ask yourself those right questions. Make sure you're practicing your prompts, right? Getting a little bit better. See how you can get deeper into your own mindset, deeper into your heart, right? Because we want to detach from both, anyways. Because once you realize that, that's when the true power becomes you, right? Because you are not your mind, you are not your body, but you are who you've been looking for this whole entire time. It's deep, y'all. It's deep. But before I get up out of here, I do got to share with y'all, this is a way that I am building wealth for my legacy to continue on. Listen, this is some of the best stuff I've been drinking. I've been drinking this tea for the past 6 to 7 years, right? This tea has antioxidants. What does antioxidants do, right? Promotes healthy aging, repairs neurons in the brain, right? This also going to boost up your metabolism. So this helps with, making sure everything is working down there, making sure you have the six pack, getting lean for spring. Like if that's your goal, the tea is where it's at, y'all. And it helps me stay focused and energized. So if you guys do want some of this tea, after this live video, I'll put the link in the description down below, So make sure you guys check out that. But whatever you learned, whatever you liked from this video, make sure you guys comment in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.